These people want to strip me of everything. I will show Afamefuna that I am the master of this game. Go to the palace, bring me the scepter, and I will give you 1,000 cowries.
Whoever has done this has declared war. Guards, seal the palace. No one goes out, no one comes in. Go into the village. Search every hut, every barn, every house, both old and young, and bring back my scepter.
Within minutes, the great royal drums echoed across Umuoji. Boom, boom, boom. Their thunderous rhythm spread from hill to hill until every farmer dropped his hoe, every trader abandoned her stall, and every child stopped playing. The town crier hurried through every street, striking his bronze gong. Hear the command of His Majesty! The king's sacred staff of office has been stolen. Every compound shall be searched, every hut, every barn. No household shall refuse the king's guards. Fear swept through the kingdom. No one had ever imagined such a crime. Some whispered that enemies from another kingdom had entered Umuoji during the night. Others believed the ancestors themselves had taken the staff as a warning. No one knew the truth. Only Uchendu. Hidden behind a calm face, he watched the confusion spreading exactly as he had hoped. Deep inside, his heart pounded, but he showed no fear. Everything was unfolding according to his plan. The king's guards moved from compound to compound. They searched wealthy homes. They searched poor homes. They emptied yam barns. They opened grain stores. They climbed into rooftops. They examined shrines. Not a single house was spared. The entire village followed the guards from one compound to another, hoping the missing staff would be found. Hours passed. Nothing. The search continued beneath the scorching afternoon sun. Then, just before evening, the royal commander stopped before one familiar compound, Afamefuna's. Several villagers exchanged surprised looks. One elderly woman shook her head. "There is no need searching there," she said. "If there is one young man who would never betray this kingdom, it is Afamefuna." Another elder nodded in agreement. The search is a waste of time. But the commander remained expressionless. The king's order is clear. Every house, no exceptions. Afamefuna stepped forward calmly. He showed no fear. He bowed respectfully before the commander. "My home is open. Search wherever you wish." The guards entered. They searched the cooking area. Nothing. They searched the sleeping room. Nothing. They searched beneath the wooden bed. Nothing. One guard climbed into the roof. Another examined baskets stacked against the wall. Another pushed aside a pile of woven mats. Still, nothing. Outside, the villagers began smiling. "You see? We told you. Our Afamefuna could never do such a thing." Just then, a guard reached behind a large clay storage pot standing in the darkest corner of the hut. His fingers touched something hard. He frowned. Slowly, he pulled it forward. The polished ivory handle caught the evening sunlight. The entire compound fell silent. It was the king's sacred staff of office. The guards stared at it in disbelief. The commander stepped forward. His face became pale. Every villager froze. Afamefuna looked at the staff as though seeing it for the very first time. He took one slow step backward. I don't understand." The commander raised the staff high for everyone to see. A wave of horror swept through the crowd. Women covered their mouths. Children began to cry. The old men stood speechless. "No," Mama Adalgo whispered. "This cannot be." Adeeze's knees gave way beneath her. She collapsed into the dust. No, this is impossible. Afamefuna slowly shook his head. I have never seen that before. I swear before God. I don't know how it got into my house. No one answered. The evidence was lying before them. The commander stepped closer. Afamefuna, by the authority of the king, you are under arrest. The guards tied his hands. Not a single person resisted. The village watched in stunned silence as the young man who had once been praised as the pride of Umuoji was led away in chains. Only one pair of eyes remained strangely calm. Uchendu's. Hidden among the crowd, he watched every step. No one noticed the faint smile that appeared on his face before disappearing as quickly as it came. The following morning, the royal court overflowed with villagers. No one wanted to believe what had happened. The king listened as the commander presented the recovered staff before the throne. The court was silent. Finally, the king looked towards Afamefuna. Do you deny that the sacred staff was found inside your hut? Afamefuna lifted his head. I do not deny it was found there, Your Majesty, but I swear before heaven and before the spirits of my ancestors, I did not steal it. The king remained silent. Someone wants me destroyed. I am innocent. The elders looked at one another. Some believed him. Others simply could not ignore what had been found. The king slowly stood. The sacred staff is the honor of this kingdom. It was recovered from your home. The throne cannot ignore such evidence. He paused. His voice became heavy. Afamefuna, this court finds you guilty. You shall suffer the punishment reserved for those who betray the kingdom. A cry erupted from the crowd. Adeeze screamed until she lost her voice. Mama Adalgo collapsed onto the palace floor. Many villagers openly wept. Even several elders lowered their heads in sorrow. Afamefuna closed his eyes. He did not beg. He did not curse anyone. He simply whispered, "The truth never dies." Before sunset, the sentence was carried out. The villagers returned home carrying hearts heavier than stone. No songs were heard that evening. No drums were beaten. No fireside stories were told. The entire kingdom seemed wrapped in mourning. Then, as darkness settled over Umuoji, the heavens changed. Black clouds rolled across the sky with terrifying speed. A bolt of lightning split the heavens from one end of the horizon to the other. The thunder that followed shook every hut in the village. Clay pots crashed from shelves. Palm trees bent beneath violent winds. Children screamed in fear. Then the rain came. It poured with such force that rivers overflowed within moments. The earth trembled beneath endless thunder. Hour after hour, the storm refused to stop. The oldest women whispered that they had never seen such a night. Even the palace priests admitted they had no explanation. Then, shortly after midnight, the thunder stopped. The rain continued, but an unnatural silence spread across Umuoji. No insects sang, no dogs barked, no owls called from the forest. The village seemed to be holding its breath. Far away, at the lonely burial ground, the fresh earth covering Afamefuna's grave began to move. A cold wind swept across the cemetery. The soil trembled. Another flash of lightning illuminated the graves. Then, a pale hand slowly emerged from the wet earth. Another followed. Moments later, the spirit of Afamefuna rose from the grave, his white burial cloth flowing in the wind, rain falling through his ghostly form. His eyes burned with an unearthly light. His face carried neither hatred nor mercy, only the silent pain of a man condemned for a crime he never committed. He slowly turned towards the sleeping village. The wind began to howl once more, and with one silent step, the spirit of Afamefuna began walking towards Umuoji. The night of judgment had only just begun. The storm did not end. It grew stronger. The rain lashed against the rooftops as if the heavens themselves had declared war on Umuoji. Every flash of lightning revealed frightened faces peering through cracked doors, while every crash of thunder shook the foundations of the village. No one dared step outside.